Are you one of those people who work really, really hard but can never seem to get ahead? Seems like you're always living paycheck to paycheck or just above? Well, in this video, I'm going to talk about 3 reasons why hardworking, well-paid people are poor. Let's go. Well-paid, hardworking people often come up short after spending decades of their life working. They reach retirement and find that they're financially unable to enjoy life because they've lived their whole life under the false impression that saving translates to building wealth, but it doesn't. And to make matters worse, these well-paid, hardworking employees deploy their money in various vehicles they think are investments, but they're actually putting their hard-earned dollars into a poverty trap. Now, since Scripture has all the answers, let's read Proverbs 11:24. There is that scattereth, and yet increaseth. And there is that withholdeth more than is meet, but it tendeth to poverty. Here's how this relates to financial management. Hardworking people are trained to save their money. This behavior results in poverty. The good news is that since this is a trained behavior, it can be untrained. But that's a different conversation. So with this in mind, here are 3 reasons well-paid, hardworking people can't and won't ever get ahead. Number 1, they're addicted to a paycheck. Here's the problem with being a well-paid employee. You cannot exceed well-paid, whatever that is, because it is directly related to the spending of your time, and you have a fixed amount of time. Income related to the exchange of your time is automatically capped. If you stop spending your time, your income stops. What kind of a life plan is that? You say, but Brad, I need money to live. That's correct, but who said it had to come from selling your time? It can literally come from anywhere, and selling your time is probably the worst source of money, but it's the most utilized. To change this, you have to use the brain God gave you to think, and then implement what you think. It's time to scatter your energy toward productive endeavors instead of withholding it so you can sit in front of the electronic income reducer. The TV. Number 2, they're focused on building a high net worth. In previous videos, I've alluded to the fact that people with limited or no means focus on collecting large amounts of money for the sake of feeling secure. A high net worth is a security measure for a lot of people. But security is an illusion. Money is meant to be circulated so it can benefit others and collect more of itself on its way back to you. Now, here are some vehicles many working people mistakenly use to build net worth. But these vehicles don't circulate money for their benefit. Primary residence. A lot of people think this is an asset because, they can sell the house in the future and profit from the appreciation. While this may be the case, a primary residence is not a true asset for you. It most certainly is for the bank that lent the money to buy the house. A true asset puts money into your pocket each month. So here's a question. Whose pocket is getting money each month from your primary residence? You or the bank? Here's another one. Stocks that are bought and held. Though this is good to incorporate to some extent in your financial planning, it is flawed. A stock is not a true asset, unless it's a dividend stock, because a true asset puts money in your pocket each month. Holding a non-dividend paying stock for capital appreciation means you sell the stock someday, but no longer have the opportunity for capital appreciation once you sell it. Here's another one. Mutual funds. These funds are an asset for your financial planner because regardless of market performance, they take their fee out of your portfolio each month. Again, it's taking money out of your pocket and putting it in theirs. So it's their asset. The glaring problem in all these examples is that they must appreciate for a payoff. They don't produce any income until you execute the one-time sale sometime in the future. These instruments are like timber trees. They get cut down for timber and then the tree is gone. Instead, you want fruit-bearing trees because the tree drops fruit over and over and over again. Now, anyone who thinks poverty is piety is confused and does not understand the biblical position of wealth. Rather than building a high net worth, the better objective is to generate a cash flow that comes from a high net worth. And number 3, they save hard-earned dollars. I already went over why saving money is detrimental, so just don't do it. Lots of people clip coupons, they drive across town because that store is cheaper than this store, or this store has a deal that this store doesn't. Time out. How about, instead of trying to save 10% on something, spend that same focus and energy on 10xing what you already have? Multiplication will always return more than saving by subtraction will return. You can withhold and decrease, or scatter and increase.